Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some reading, not some gaming. And let's get into it. So the book's name is called What's for Lunch, Charlie by Margaret Hodges. And now we're going to come and start reading. So it says, Charlie's hard life. Hurry, Charlie, hurry. Charlie's mother was calling from the kitchen. She was packing his lunchbox. Charlie's Rivers always had to hurry to be on time for school. First, he had to get up and wash. Then he had to find his clothes and put them on. He had to eat breakfast in the winter. In the winter, he had to put on his coat, cap, and galoshes and gloves. Last of all, he had to always remember to take his school books and his homework and his lunchbox. Somehow, Charlie's lunchbox was the hardest thing to remember every morning. Hurry, hurry, hurry. That's all I do every morning, said Charlie when he was eating breakfast and still hurrying. Why, said his father, you get up at 7 o'clock. That gives you 2 hours to get up to school. Only 4 blocks away. I knew that, said Charlie. Now you're going to be telling me that the army I had to get up at 5 o'clock. That's right, said his father. And you're going to tell me that you walked 4 miles to school when you were my age, added Charlie. At least 4 hours, his father said. Maybe more, on the country road, and I was already on time. Always, asked Charlie's mother, buttering toast. Well, we're nearly always, said his father. He finished his coffee and stood up. Don't forget your lunchbox, I once said Charlie, and that morning he didn't forget his lunchbox. Everything had gone well so far. That morning, when the day starts out, it usually goes on well. When it starts out badly, everything usually goes on wrong all day. Charlie had noticed that this morning was good. He had gotten up soon after the alarm clock rang. He hadn't stayed in the bathroom for too long, making faces at him. In the mirror for once, he had put his clean clothes on the chair that night before he had to, just the way his mother had told him to do. Breakfast tasted good. His coat and cap were on the hook, right where he had left them. Galoshes underneath, gloves in his pocket. His homework was all done. School books were piled neatly in the front hall, and he remembered to get his lunchbox from the kitchen table. What's for lunch? He asked his mother. Same as usual, said his mother. Sandwich, milk, fruit, and cookie. Again, said Charlie. His father came into the kitchen to kiss Claire's mother goodbye. If you didn't like it, go and eat at the King Charlie's, said Charlie's father, looking at the lunchbox. Charlie laughed. He thought his father was a very funny man. So Charlie's mother, the King Charles, was a big hotel that Charlie passed every morning on his way to school. A man in the wonderful uniform stood in the front of the King Charles. He opened the door for people. It was like a palace. That was why Charlie's family and a family joked when the dishes had to be washed, or when you didn't like your dinner. Someone was sure to say if you didn't like it, go and eat at the King Charles. Then the whole family would laugh. Charlie wasn't really complaining about his lunch. He always liked what his mother put on in his lunchbox. Besides, he knew that his mother had to hurry in the morning even faster than he had to hurry. He was in the school teacher every morning. She packed a lunchbox for herself, just like Charlie's lunchbox. Then she hurried off to her school while Charlie hurried off to his. Charlie picked up his lunchbox and tucked his school books under his arm. On the way out of the front door, he started down the street towards school. And that's the chapter, and we're only going to read one chapter today. This is a series, so tomorrow we're going to read the next chapter, and hopefully you smash that like button, and please subscribe to my channel. And bye, guys.